Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Redneck Ways. How's everybody out there YouTube land? Hope everybody's set fine and dandy. Guys, tonight we're just going to look at some old radios of mine. They're not like super old, but I have a couple from the 70s, and then we have one from the 80s. These are all multi-band. One of them even has CB radio. This one over here. So I thought we'd just take a few minutes and listen to the radio waves, see if we can pick up some short wave and just kind of play around with the radios tonight. Let me get you all over here. This one here, this has always been my favorite type. These little square upright little radios. So let's turn it on. Now I do know the tuning on it is a little, not tuning, the volume is a little sketchy. So let's see what it does. Here's the weather.
West winds around 10 miles an hour with gusts up to 20 miles an hour until midnight, becoming light and variable. Chance of rain 50%. Friday, sunny. Highs in the mid-50s. Light and variable winds, becoming southwest 10 to 15 miles an hour with gusts up to 30 miles an hour in the afternoon.
It has some winds.
Friday night, partly cloudy. Lows in the lower 40s. Southwest Flemingsburg, Kentucky, cloudy, 62 degrees, and a wind gust of 29 miles an hour. Moorhead, Kentucky, cloudy, 64 degrees. In Lexington,
I gotta head down
Kentucky,
Moorhead in the morning, guys. I gotta
61,
pick up a
and
load
Cincinnati,
of fertilizer
Ohio,
and
57,
straw
and the wind
blankets.
gusts to 32 miles an hour. Finally, at Columbus, fog, 43 degrees.
It'll be foggy in Columbus, Ohio. Alright, let's see what else we got on the band here.
Rain showers overnight into Thursday morning.
And I guess that the tuning is set pretty much right on, because it says where it says weather, the dial's lining right up. So not too bad to be over 30, 40 years old. Start. Let's hook up a good antenna. We'll hook up my 100-foot antenna I got outside. We'll see if that helps anything. If I can get it, it's stuck. Hold on. There we go. Where is the antenna on this? So it was picking the weather pretty good, and I have an antenna. Now let's try. See what
comes into Owe. He gives it back to Perry. 15 seconds as Perry comes across the. It's the. Here comes Oklahoma. It's into the lane. Goes for the rip.
This is West Virginia basketball. Sends it right side, open three. Good! They're out of time. They're out of luck.
The Oklahoma connection.
Wish the volume pot wasn't so scratchy. Okay, this is we've been playing the weather band. We've had quite a bit of stuff. This is coming way out of somewhere, this station. I don't know if you can hear it. Alright, let's go to public broadcast. That's FM. Now we're on public broadcast. Make sure I'm right. Hey, FM weather public.
EWTN radio affiliates. Very glad to partner with
this is FM.
Modern Day Radio in the Portland area. All right, in a moment we're going to get to Philip in Ontario. We'll also do Dale in Texas. We have a couple of
Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Copyright 2024. Anheuser-Busch. Bud Light beers.
That's FM. That's public broadcast in the air. Okay, let's see what's over here on the just plain AM.
If you could go back in time with the tap of a button.
Just build the pyramids?
How did you?
Buy enough Bitcoin to purchase your...
You with the capital now. Did you work with capital?
Well, only tangential.
No more.
One-sided. It seems like we're getting screwed because we are. And times are great. When everything's going gangbusters, the American people will relishing what they just witnessed.
C'est difficile de s'accrocher à ça comme on beaucoup.
Mais il va falloir changer la culture d'animer.
Absolument, puis c'est la raison pour laquelle ce salon a lieu en ce moment, parce que c'est juste avant celui qui a lieu
Of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now. Terms and conditions apply.
I'm Grant, and I'm your bachelor.
BBC Mondays.
Is this real? Is he real?
Say an important product. If anybody out there has bought eggs in Market Basket in the last week, I'll bet you it's less than $4.95.
Roofing, windows, and siding.
This is Merrill Reese. When it comes to your roof, siding, and windows,
They had to, let their doctor know, the cardiologist. And the cardiologist said there shouldn't be anything that would with those. And actually, this person, she was having tachycardia, which is, and we relieved that tachycardia for her.
Melinda's book is called Death Beats. What are death beats, Melinda?
Coast to coast.
In our culture, death beats is with something that's called bone beads. And basically, bone beads is there is a belief that, the darkness can surround you, and bone beads can be put in your presence or put on you, and it will cause some dark things to happen. So I intertwine that with my book, Death Beats. That's why they're called Death Beats.
When we come back in a moment, I want to talk about you being a psychic detective and how that is working. And also you're seeing spirits these days. We'll talk about that. We'll be back in a moment on Coast to Coast AM with Melinda Williams.
Always on your phone? Then you'll be happy to know the Coast website is now optimized for mobile users. Just point your iPhone or Android browser to coasttocoastam.com and enjoy.
Alrighty, guys. So let me show you guys what that looks like inside before we move on to the next one. It's pretty cute. Well, I had to take some screws out, but I don't think it'd be too hard. little washer here. I don't want to lose. I say this was 70s, early 70s. And there's what it looks like inside, guys. Pretty neat. And you can also put a 9-volt battery. It runs on a 9-volt battery also. Which, that's pretty cool. Just one 9-volt will play it all. And then you can hook it to the wall 120. So that's, I don't know how they've got that rectified way down like that. Because if a 9-volt will give it enough juice to play, that's crazy. Must have a couple big resistors for the 120 houseboats. All right, let me close it up. I'll pause it for a minute and I'll put the screws back. All right, guys. I really love these little radios like this. When I find them, I buy them. And my mom, she likes them a lot too. And I found her a really cool one. And I gave her one. And it just so happens I have another one here like it. And this one is the first radio that I really went in and got working. And because before I started working on electronics, I thought everything was just, when it was broke, just throw it away. I didn't think you could fix it. I mean, I worked on all types of small engines and cars and everything. I knew I could fix those, but for some reason on electronics, I just thought when it was broke, it was time for the trash heap. Well, I was so glad to find out that you could fix these. I stumbled on a certain person's YouTube channel, and he was working on old tube television, and I was hooked. But this one is the first radio that I got and worked on. And this was tricky. It has to be my first radio to work on, I couldn't pick probably the weirdest, because the way this thing is set up inside, you wouldn't think it really, how it's working is very unexplainable. And it was really weird because there was another feller, and I think he was from England, and he was working on one of these at the very same time I was, and we both reached the same problem. And that is the juice, how it goes in. I can't remember because it's been so long exactly what it is. I would have to go back to my video that I had on it. But yeah, it was a tricky one. But I got it to play. So let me hook the antenna to it, the outside antenna, and let's listen to it for a few minutes. You see that thing shoot off there? Let's try that again. There we go.
Reduced snow accumulations over the higher mountainous terrain Thursday night into Friday morning. Stronger.
They all have bad volume pots. Afraid y'all can't hear that.
Detroit, where obviously you had your struggles and couldn't break through. You win a Super Bowl with the Rams. Do you really want to go to the Las Vegas Lions from the early 2000s? I'm not sure why Matthew Stafford would want to do that. A lot of the shelves in some of the stores, and they had very little eggs on the shelf. So I went to the store, and much to my surprise, the store that I go to, the shelves were loaded and plenty of eggs. You know, the regular, the white eggs and the brown eggs. So I picked up Baker's dozen, and they were less than $7. Which kind of surprised me.
A lot, isn't it? So you got 13 eggs for $7?
No, actually it's 18.
Oh, so you get 18 for $7. Okay, that's a good
18
deal.
for $7.
You were paying about
I miss my
$4.80
hens.
if-
I didn't have
if
to pay
you
nothing for
figured
my eggs
that
back
out.
then.
Yeah, that's true. That's about what I guess people are paying here. I figured that in Ohio, you guys have a lot more farms and a lot more, chicken farms. There are some cities here in Massachusetts where you can't keep chickens in your backyard.
Okay.
Now people want to keep chickens in their backyard.
Well, you can have chickens in
They're
the
messy
county
sometimes, but
that I live in. But
they're
you
fun
have
to
have
raise.
a permit
And the
for
little
them
chickies are so cute.
in order to have them.
Yeah. How much did they charge you for the permit?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah, so
But yeah.
what's the feeling out there towards
It's taking a fast track to the moon with a landing next week aiming for the South Pole there. Last year, Intuitive Machines made the first U.S. touchdown on the moon in more than 50 years, but the lander came down too hard and tipped down to its side. The company says this time it's sending a drone that will hop into a crater in search of frozen water. NASA says it has a drill that will pierce beneath the surface to gather soil samples. 295 closed in Camden County, one of the trouble spots on this Wednesday night. We'll check that and the rest of the roads with Kyrie in the traffic center straight ahead. It's 11:30 now.
KYW News Radio, 60 years strong and still making history.
Attention! Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt...
It makes me uncomfortable.
You have no, I think it's so amazing. It's so amazing to me that
And try and figure out an answer.
cognitive
Well,
decline.
you're trying to tell me that what I was suggesting was...
I think that you were mocking his stutter.
Yeah,
I think you were mocking his stutter, and I think you have...
Are we going to find that out?
I think we're going to find that out. I have worked with our...
The conversation will be done. Listen to me carefully. Under no condition should any wife at any time, this is the father of 3 daughters speaking, no wife at any time should clean their husband's bathroom unless they're dead. Now, if the husband's still alive, it is the job of the husband.
The bathroom might have killed him.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine if he dies of his own hand. But the fact is that no wife should have to clean the husband's bathroom. I can't think of a more disgusting job, but I am grateful for your call, Diane. Thank you for listening to Sterling every damn night. Now, you see, there are 3 people who have died. Speaking of death, there's Michelle Trachtenberg, Matthew Perry, and that guy from One Direction. And the... Michelle Trachtenberg died about 2 weeks, the actress, 39-year-old actress, Michelle Trachtenberg. Now, Michelle was in, I don't know why they keep saying she was in Gossip Girl. She had a bit part in Gossip Girl. She was in Buffy, a part that ruined the show.
They might need to Stafford. All right, we got one more team, one more spin. Here we go. Come on, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Stop.
The Los Angeles Rams.
I hate to say, I feel like Stafford's just going to end up with the Rams, but I don't know. When it comes to Stafford, it feels like...
Including a
can't pick up coast
You're
to coast
drinking
on
more
this
than you
one.
appreciate your drinking.
See what I can pick up on items.
There it is.
So that's basically what Psychic Detective is. It's just where you go in and see, what you can help or assist to find any clues or missing links to someone that.
There's coast to coast.
Give us a story of a case that you solved.
So as you see, this one does pretty good too, and it looks about the same inside. I'll take a little peek. It looks just about like the other one. Well, it does look like it, and it has screws. I'm not going to take them out because it looks just like that one. All right, let's move right along here. To this one. Now this one looks a lot like those, but it sets this way. And I haven't turned this one on for a while. This one, I forgot to tell you, it actually has a charging port. You push it over and charge the batteries. It's a Tempest, this radio is. And this one was a Westminster. It said it's from England, but I think it was made in China. Or not China, Japan. But when I looked it up, it said it was made in England. I don't know. And this is a Tempest. Kind of a household name back in the 60s and 70s. And this one, I don't know what the name is. This says multi-band. Huh. But what I was going to tell you, this one also had the charge port. You can turn it over there and it would charge the battery when you was listening to, I guess, it on AC. When you had it hooked into AC, it would charge the battery. And I guess they came with rechargeable batteries. And I'm trying to see a name on this one. I don't see anything on here. I know it was made in Japan. No, this one was made in Hong Kong. Made in Hong Kong. It's a Sterling High Fidelity Incorporated. I don't know if that's the name of it or what. But as you see, it has this little snaps on the back of it too. Everybody loved these little radios back then, which I see why. They all had the backs would come off. And there's the batteries, where the batteries would go. And I have to take the screws out to see underneath it. But it looks just the same as the other two underneath there. I guess I could go ahead. It won't take a second. While I'm taking these screws out, we can listen to our coast to coast.
Mother, I understand that. I probably would have done the same thing. Exactly. They could have. And that was, and the mother was telling me, I said, you need to call law enforcement. I said, because, these people took your daughter. And she said, well, they will listen to me. They're not believing nothing I tell them. And so I was the one that put them on hold, and I called law enforcement. Needless to say, they went on in. They did find her, and she was alive. And they did arrest the two. The two individuals that was involved. They were not there, thank the Lord. But law enforcement did go, and they did arrest the two.
Did she know the kidnappers?
No.
Saved her life.
That's what her mom said. She said, when, law enforcement, I worked in law enforcement, and she said they wouldn't listen to me. And I'm like, that is generally the protocol. You have to wait 24 hours. And I said, I understand it from your viewpoint, but at the same time, you have to be very careful in these situations. So now what I do, that was when I first started doing this line of work. So if I assist families, I make sure that law enforcement is on board with us. And that's one of the things I run into. Some law enforcement agencies, they don't really believe in what I do. So that makes it a little
losing it. Alright, I think we can get this off now. Put that to the side. Oh, I forgot I had that piece of metal there. I'll have to put that, line that back up. But here's what this one looks like inside, guys. Quite a bit going on in there. I think this one, when I bought it, is missing an antenna. Yeah, this one was missing an antenna for some reason. It went over here in this corner. That's what that little bracket's for. So somebody robbed it. But look at all that little changer on the multi-band. Each one of those is a band. Look how small. There's like little pieces of mica paper in between each one. And then when you switch for weather channel or broadcast, whatever, it'll change. And I just find that fascinating. Just a work of art. All right, let me put the back on it, and we'll listen to this one. Let you guys listen a little bit more of this coast to coast. She can talk to ghosts. I'm having trouble getting these screws back in. Dowsing rods. Alrighty, guys. Let's turn this one off. Now, this one has AM, shortwave, FM, and public broadcast 1 and 2. So it has 2, 3, 4, 5 selections. So let us start with the Air weather band, public broadcast 2, and then we'll work our way down. If I can remember right, the FM doesn't work on this radio. Alright, let's turn her on. Get this extra antenna. also, this was a little fancier. It's got tone control. The other ones just have volume.
Barometric pressure 29.8.
President's Day extravaganza at Valerie Ford in Waverly.
This, I don't play these very much, so thanks for coming and joining me and getting to enjoy these. I love having the time to sit down and just go through them and play and see what they're doing, how they're picking up.
With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily
Got a good
fantasy
little
sports
sound to it.
accessible to all. The app is really simple to use. Pick 2 or more players across any sport. Pick more. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code ROME and get $50 in bonus promo funds.
And the volume pot ain't scratchy on this one, which is those two they are. This one is very nice and quiet when you turn it up. So that is the public broadcast 2. Let's go to public broadcast 1. So let's keep down a notch. So far, nothing. Uh-oh. Not picking nothing up on public broadcast 2. So let's go. Next one is FM. And it works. I didn't think it worked. That's right. It don't work. It's the same station all the way across the band. All the way across there. So there's something wrong with the FM. So let's go to shortwave. Let's start all the way over here in the corner. I think that is Morse code. I can't remember what meters that's on.
Durante la próxima hora a participar en nuestro pase en la tarde de hoy, acompañado como siempre por invitados.
So please email us at wrnoradio@mailup.net or send us a letter by mailing us at P.O. Box 895, Fort Worth, Texas 761. West Virginia.
taught many times to you, anytime there's a spiritual, there's a natural. Anytime there's a natural, there's spiritual, because the positive and negative run together. The spiritual is always the most important part. For example, the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. That means without warning. No big announcement, like the church will believe the rapture will come, and there'll be a loud shout in the sky.
Have you guys ever got up and you couldn't find either your mom and dad, if you had live at home, or your spouse and your kids, and you're like, oh God, did the rapture happen? And God took them, and I'm still here. Anybody else out there?
I mean, that wouldn't be a big surprise, because you can see it happening. It might be a surprise, but you'd see it happen. The thief in the night is going to come.
South Carolina.
SOS Beagles Rescue Tennessee Chapter is a non-profit.
La rândul său, președintele AUR, George Simion, a afirmat că susține în continuare candidatura lui Călin Georgescu la președinție și spune că așteaptă probe incontestabile privind dosarul în care acesta este cercetat de parchet. Președinta USR, Elena Lasconi, a declarat că are în continuare încredere în justiție și consideră că procurorii își îndeplinesc atribuțiile corespunzător. În schimb, președinta FUNS, Ana Maria Gavrila, a acuzat autorități
y desaparecido de la canasta básica. Registran casi 2 violaciones diarias a la libertad de prensa y de expresión en Cuba, reporta el Instituto Cubano de Libertad de Expresión de Prensa. Y ingreso récord para el tabaco, informa la prensa oficial, con 827 millones de dólares en el 2024.
stratégique et pour lui les objectifs d'Israël.
Alright guys, so that about do it on that one. And the next one's AM, and we've already did AM a couple times on the other ones. So that leaves us with this one. Now I love this radio. This one is just beautiful. When we turn it on, you'll see it has that beautiful green glow, and I just love the dial. The dial's just neat. It has all kinds of, it's got a really nice little tuner. You can even put your finger, there's a little hole you put your finger in, you can just spin it. It has your tuning megahertz right here. It's just got all kinds of cool stuff on it. And then over here you have your, I forget what PS is, but anyway, it's got shortwave, shortwave 2, it's got shortwave 1, 2, AM, FM, and then air, PS. And I know what that is, it just ain't coming to me. And then on top here, you have your squelch, you have your bass boost, your treble boost, earphone jack. Over here is your CB radio, your UHF, your weather. So this is a really nice radio. And I love this one, and I love taking this camping. If I'm going and the whole family's going, and I'm taking a lot of stuff, I love taking this. If I'm just going and putting up my tent and just not, just not having water or electric, just going and camping for a night or two, of course I take something a little bit smaller than this. But if I'm taking it and we're going out for like a week, I love taking this one camping. Only bad thing is, when I bought it, it was missing the battery tray. So if anybody out there in YouTube land watches this video and they have one of these old radios that's broke or something, or by chance you have one of them back little doors back in the back that you're not using, I would love to have it. But anyway, let's turn this puppy on. And it is missing the antenna. I don't know. Sometimes when I buy these, that's the number one thing's missing. Sometimes is antennas. But we'll use this outdoor antenna. We'll put that on. And now if I can remember how to turn this on, let's go to shortwave. Let's see. It's on CB, on boost treble. I can't remember how to turn it on, guys. It's been a long time. Whoa, there we go. And it ain't locked up. Okay, and it also has a memory log up here on the top, which I think is pretty neat. So let's put it on. I want to hear CB, and I can't remember how you. That's UHF there. And we got it on FE. We want it on a shortwave one. It's dusty, guys. It's a 10-band radio. Come on. There's the weather. I need to spray that volume part out.
Clear. Highs in the upper 30s. Lows in the lower 20s. Monday and Monday night, partly cloudy.
It took me a while to get dialed in because I had to do the tuning megahertz too. I'm still not in there. We may have to come back to this one some other day, guys. She needs cleaned. It's kind of embarrassing here. Huh. I just can't get it in, guys. I get the weather.
Overnight into Thursday. Rain.
Here's CB, but that needs to be. Well, evidently, guys, this one needs cleaned. Now I'm not even getting the weather. That's the Slater. Oh, okay, maybe now I'm figuring it out. Maybe. Maybe. Here we go. I had it on the wrong megahertz. I shouldn't have touched it.
Il dévoile un portrait de ce garçon-là aussi, de ses amis, ce qui va l'inciter à aller retrouver les amis pour leur parler. Comment vous avez vécu, Liliana?
Oh, the volume pot's horrible on it.
Pick up the phone and call this country.
Well, I'm not going to make security guarantees beyond very much. We're going to have Europe do that because it's we're talking about Europe as their next door neighbor.
Ukraine's President Zelensky said Wednesday there is agreement on a framework of a deal and said no ceasefire or peace agreement will be possible without real security guarantees for Ukraine. Karen Travers, ABC News, the White House.
Also, you gotta tune into your megahertz, and I had it on the wrong number.
Budget plan. ABC Stephen Portnoy says Congress will have to work.
Somebody and they wanted a flower reading. Spirit shows me which
It's a good sound radio. If I can get that volume pot.
Reading at the stem, and I go up and I read the petals, and I can tell you things that are going to be coming forth, the things that's already happened.
Alrighty, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed looking at my radios. I sure enjoy sharing with you guys. I hope y'all had a great Wednesday. I hope y'all have a great Thursday. And until the next one, guys, I will see you right here at Redneck Ways. Bye, guys.